Job. You fit plant plenty crops like corn, cassava, rice, and vegetables. You'll not go even touch any hoe or cutlass, and you go get boku harvest. Now to contact AF Marketing, oh. What did they do? AF Marketing, they sell correct seed, ogbonge fertilizer, and agrochemicals. Then go even give you agribusiness advice. Confit help you find market for your produce.
I beg, help me now.
No waste time, oh. Happy you never just say government don't close border. Not to make money remain, oh. No pour water inside basket, oh. Make you call AF Marketing now. On top 090 6000 6462. Make I call them again, make you hear them well. 090 6000 6462. Or you visit their office for 17A Allen Avenue, Ikeja. No dollar. AF Marketing. Now you will get for mind.
This is AgricbusinessNG. This is AgricbusinessNG.
You're welcome to Agricbusiness with African Farmer. A very good evening to you, sir. It's a pleasure.
Good evening, Michelle. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Okay, that's pregnant.
It's a new week and the lockdown has been lifted. How do you feel?
Mixed feelings.
Yeah?
Mixed feelings. When I was coming, I didn't see people really protecting themselves. And the traffic was just too much. I from Costain, I turned around.
There's a
went to Yaba, turned
now.
around. Everywhere was locked down. Everywhere. You know, but I didn't see most people covering up.
Sadly.
Yeah, so...
Let's do, last week was one for the books. It's unforgettable. I can never forget that show. And it's still around what we're still talking about today, what they don't teach people, what they don't teach you in agric schools. Yes. And we're going to take it further, especially as regards agribusiness. All right. So this is the second and final part. Sadly, we don't have enough time, so we're going to be as spot on as possible. Just hit the nail on the head and keep it going. So last week was an insightful program. Those who joined in already know, and I just might put it on our website, you know, just so people can listen and really have this insight. For those who want to have a release in, or those who didn't tune in, it'll be on our website soon. So this week we'll be looking at the opportunity for agribusiness enthusiasts, those who are interested and maybe need some guidance, you know. They will use it to share their agricultural experience, I'm guessing. So I'm gonna start with you because you're one person who is an agribusiness enthusiast.
Yeah. So when you talk about opportunities, I would wrap it also into the what they don't teach you in agribusiness schools. Like I have a real life case now, and we just got some agric lands that belong to government in Ogun State. Yeah, and so we've plowed 50 acres of land ready to plant. So we're growing 10 hectares, that's 25 acres, and the remaining 25 we're supporting farmers to farm on the land.
Oh, nice.
And they are happy, as the farmers operating on those lands, they are happy, but suddenly the KBSC calls for us. So there's opportunity in lands, but you need to be careful. So if I'm going to the KBSC now, am I going to the KBSC to go and negotiate the land I paid for government to rent?
Probably not.
No. So you need to know that all that glitters is not gold. Clean land is less than 25 minutes to Lagos, but you should go with prayer and fasting, irrespective of your religion, because the man will not just talk to you. And I'm like, no. So I told them to tell him that I am not coming. Because, I told them to tell him I am not coming to him he needs to talk to the project manager
In charge.
I didn't get land from him.
Yeah.
If he wanted to reach out to me, he should reach out to me, but he should not stop my workers. They should sort it out. So, the battle just started.
Yeah. Interesting.
So there's a difference between having an opportunity and the principalities and powers that you have to contend with.
Yeah.
And so, so I'll talk about a scripture that, they say Daniel prayed, and he said for 21 days, when the angel came, he said for 21 days, someone, hindered him from coming. And it's when the angel came to say, okay, fine, this is what God said. And guess what? The angel said the prince of Persia withheld me. That's the prince of maybe an area. Mention your area now.
Yeah.
Withheld me. And he said, but when I'm going back, the prince of Greece will also be waiting. So in everywhere you find opportunities, especially in production, like I emphasized, or even value addition, if it's anywhere, please know that there are principalities, there are people there who control things. And one of the things you can do is to first make sure, if I will title this today, I would say, share your harvest and know your God. Share your harvest and know your God.
What do you mean share your harvest?
Yeah, so when you harvest your farm produce, don't take everything.
Oh, yeah.
The leaders in close to the community, please share something. Less than 1% of your harvest, share it. It won't harm you.
Yeah.
Because you'll be protecting yourself from unnecessary battles. It's your farm, it's your produce, but it can hurt you. Currently, we just harvested from 70 acres of watermelon, and we sent a Gulf load to the king and the chiefs.
That's a lot.
You need to do these things as far as you are in this environment. If you don't do it, you may run into trouble. And I mean spiritual trouble. And I'll share an experience, real life experience. So I started last week saying I grew granules. And when it was time to market, I said, okay, so we're strategizing, and I had a dream. I saw a very old man, and this is true. I saw a very old man telling me that don't take all the harvest away. Make sure you drop some at the junction. I'm like, no, that's a sacrifice. It's against my belief.
Yeah.
And the man was warning me.
Yeah.
Make sure. And was pulling his ears, telling me in the dream. And I was, telling him, this is what my Bible says. This is this. And suddenly, how you watch television and you can share screen.
Yeah.
And so the screen was 2.
Yeah.
Flipped into 2.
Yeah.
And I saw some extremely old 3 women who were having a conversation. And they were saying, this farmer has done well. Will he now take everything away? Does he not know that we are the custodians of the land? I jacked up from my sleep. I was sweating and shivering that, the Yoruba said, I'm
Yeah.
So that's that. When the harvest was ready, I forgot. We were already out of the farm.
Yeah.
I remembered. I ran back, put some at the junction there, just a small cup.
Yeah.
Put it there. And that particular year, I think it was June 26th or June 27th. I think it's 2012 or 2011 or 13.
Yeah.
There was this heavy traffic on Redeem.
Yeah.
They were having their program, and the tanker busted and burnt a lot of vehicles. I'm not talking about the one that happened, I think, last year or 2 years ago. No. Yeah. And at the point in time when we were getting to the junction of Shagamu, we went through Mowe and ended up in mile 12. So the granules, when we were to mile 12, there was no K2. There was no granite in K2 for Lagos that day. What happened was our granite was the granite that was there. Because we picked mature and immature granite, what we were to sell, they would buy at maybe like 1.5. It was selling for 4. We sold for 12,000. But the guys that my middlemen, they did wayo for me, but they paid me 8,000.
Yeah.
But I didn't complain.
It's more than
and it was trucks. Now, so you may not believe this, but you cannot deny that some of those things exist. Peradventure, you find yourself in that situation. So I'm saying in this season, when everybody's trying to go into agribusiness, don't go blindly. Whatever your religion is, pray.
Be spiritually
Be
sensitive.
spiritually sensitive. The opportunities are huge showing up. And I say that there's nothing you can think of that there's no opportunity in. Nothing. Gary, tech, name it. COVID has just leveled up the obstacles. But guess what? The more you move into the rural community, the more you need to pay attention. And most of the opportunities would be around you engaging some. If you want to do supplies, for you to make money, you have to engage more in the suburbs to get it cheaper. Whatever, production will be very big right now. Value addition into processing. You are best processing, setting up a processing plant closest to your raw material.
Yeah.
That's what Dangote does.
Yeah.
That's what all the oil and gas people do. So please pay attention. You need to know your God. And the scripture says, they that know their God will be strong and do exploits. So do you know your God?
I do.
So if you know your God, go there. So one of the boldness I could use to send a message to the KBSC today, when I read in Psalm 75 that promotion does not come from the east or west, promotion comes from God.
Oh, yeah.
So I just had that confidence to tell him he's not the one that will promote
talk to
me.
your second man.
Yeah, so please pay attention. You have to be spiritually sensitive in this environment. Well, if you don't take these words, please share your experience, good or bad, so that somebody else can learn from it. I'm sharing my experience. It's a true life story, and there are so many that can also share.
He told us a lot last week. It was like a movie. We have to go to the phone lines. Let's hear from those who would like to share their, experience with us. If you've had any of these battles back and forth with the locals, or in any form of your value chain, whatever value chain that you're involved in the agribusiness, do so on the phone lines 0809 191 3913, 0809 222 0913. You can also call 0809-234-5913. And of course, tweet at Lagos Talks 913. Being spiritually sensitive these are things, or one of the many things that you might not get from any school teaching agribusiness. And obviously, Africanfarmer is right here to tell us some of the secrets that we might have been overlooking for years. Lagos Talks, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Eric. I'm calling from here.
All right, Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to enter into fishing business.
Fishing.
So I don't know how,
Okay.
yes, fishing. So I don't know how to go about it.
Okay. All right. We will be sharing our contact after about the time we're wrapping up. Please reach out to the phone numbers.
Yes. Okay, 0809-191-3913 for those who would like to join the conversation and share their experience. Do so. If you have more questions for Africanfarmer, we'll share the numbers and you can ask him directly. Lagos Talks.
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please, Ezra, I just want to ask something.
Go ahead.
I heard something about MLG fertilizer, and the thing was somehow scary that one can plant something like onion, and the thing will grow in 3 days. Is it true, sir?
In 3 days?
Yes.
I doubt that. I'm not sure that you have the right all the information, but
I heard it on one platform. It was around last week, but no, the thing was somehow scary.
Yeah. So if they say it matures in 3 days, for now, run from it. For now, run from it, because there are hormones and co. I've done a bit of onions too, and I know that anything that works like magic.
They said one or a particular fertilizer, emoji or something.
To remark to that, there's something intricately wrong with the seed industry. That it comes and it must fumble. It comes and it must fumble. No, from the list I heard you discuss last week already. Is there anything wrong in that industry, and what's the remedy? Because I used to hear that they do sacrifices. So if you don't do the sacrifice, the business will definitely crumble. Is that the reason why we don't have any, solid steel company running over the years? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anna.
I may not be able to answer that categorically, but I know that they are in the steel. There is, in quotes, the God of thunder. It may not be so real to you, but you can pray. You can pray about it to know what to do. It's just, you see, a lot of these things is wisdom. When you pray what to do, God tells you what to do. You may not even have to go and do anything. And let me just share this. My dad, and there was a day I was praying for my dad because he got Okitipupa oil palm. It's quoted on the stock exchange till date. Our family company has ran the company many years. And so there was this, they gave him to turn around the estates, but they did not give him the turnaround for the machines to work. So they were making money selling fruits, but not processing. And this is under Governor Agagu, the late Governor Agagu, when he was governor. So what happened was I prayed, and this is all the story. I went to a particular denomination, and they said they bring out the oil. I didn't have oil. I just brought out my handkerchief, and they prayed on it. And I put it on the oil, and I sent it to my dad. Dad, they said this. And my dad, I said, put it on the machine. He put it on the machine, the oil. And the next day, he was going for a walk. And it's in my new book coming out, Farming by Revelation. And he said a creature showed up to him. Okitipupa palm is massive with estates. And the creature showed up to him, and the creature said to him, please give me water. My children have not been taking water. And my dad said to it, what's the water? I said, palm oil. They've been drinking palm oil. So we need this factory to work again. And my dad went back home, true life story, got the thing a bottle of water and placed it at the junction. Before my dad moved, he threw back the thing and said the thing will work. That same day, late Governor Agagu called my dad that they are in an ESCO meeting, that they want him to turn around that project they've not given him in 2 years. And that was how they were able to turn Okitipupa oil palm quoted on the stock exchange. These things are real. These things are real. So don't just go there as simple as just praying to your God. Christian, Muslim, just pray to your God. I think we ran out of time.
We have run out of time. Wow. I was already African farmer. Sadly, we can't go any further. Okay, Bakasi is already in the studio.
And we may not touch this topic again.
Yes, this is the last
You can
one.
buy it in the book when it comes out.
Yes. Nice one. Thank you so much. To those who are still calling, please reach African Farmer directly on his phone lines 0809 7222. That's 0809 7222. You can also call him on 090 6000 6462. That's 090 6000 6462. Or visit his office at 17A Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos. Every Monday from 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. We are always blessed to have African Farmer in the studio with his deep insights filled with massive years of experience, dishing out, information and intelligence to those who are interested in agribusiness. And from what I've learned so far, I've been a year already on the show. There are endless possibilities, infinite possibilities in the agri world, and the sooner you jump on it, the better for you. Thank you so much, African Farmer. You have any last words for us?
The agribusiness needs more professionals in other sectors to come in now. Please get involved. Prayerfully get direction.
All right, thank you so much. Coming up next is the Wise Men of Comedy on It's Okay with Okay.